What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video I want to go over a stock chart pattern that we've talked about on this channel previously on Amazon and what's going on there and the way forward, because there are some updates here that I think we need to talk about. But before I get into that, I just want to say real quick, because this is a stock price projection, that I am not a financial advisor. This is my own opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not invest your money based solely on the information that you are hearing in this video, and do your own research. Okay, so let's jump into this Amazon stock chart pattern. We have a consolidation phase going on here over the last 6 months or so. Very big consolidation phase. You can see the run up before it has been going on all the way since the March pandemic lows of 2020. And we had a massive run up, right? I mean, look at the high before the pandemic, and then we got all that back very quickly and then some since then. But we topped out with an all-time high in that August-September timeframe, and we have been consolidating since then. Volume also seems to indicate that it has been a consolidation period. You can see we had a huge surge of volume during the pandemic lows, and I threw a moving average on the volume bars just to show, because it is very slight, but there is an ever so gradual decrease in volume over that time, right? Since we've had our run up, we had that run up on pretty decent volume, and during this consolidation phase it has been just ever so slightly decreasing. We had some increases in volume right here, but overall the highs have been just a little bit lower. Maybe this one was a little bit higher than that, but the general trend has been slightly down. So almost flat volume, but I mean, if I had to say one direction or the other, I would say slightly descending. So that coincides with the consolidation phase. That checks out. Now, where are we at in the consolidation phase? Because the last time I made one of these videos, we weren't down here, right? We were somewhere up here. Well, since then we have come down and we have touched the bottom of the consolidation phase, the support, perfectly in line with these last two touchdowns, right? So we have 1, 2, 3 touchdowns on the resistance, which makes it a perfect resistance line for this consolidation phase. And we have 1, 2, 3 touchdowns, which makes it a perfect support for the consolidation phase. So this is a pretty legitimate consolidation phase pattern going on here that we can project price action from. So how do we do that? We have a price projection from the last video that I made, but if we start our bull run right here, because we have our third touchdown, so we could start our bull run right now and come up out of this channel, then we would move our price projection line to start at that bull run. And we made this price projection line based off the size of this flagpole right here. Okay, so we just copied that flagpole. We just copied the flagpole and then we put it right where the bull trend starts. So how do you get that flagpole? Well, you measure from where you think your bull trend starts to the top of the consolidation phase, right? So I am conservatively saying that our bull trend started right here, because we had this pandemic crash, recovery, we chopped sideways for a little bit, right? So I think that kind of killed any kind of momentum from there. This was a consolidation of itself right here, and then we started a new bull trend. So I think this is the start of this bull trend right here. So we start our flagpole, we measure it up to the high where the consolidation phase starts, and that's how you get your flagpole. So we copied that, you pull it over here, you start it wherever you think your next bull trend is going to start, which is right there, right? And that is your projection for the next bull trend. So what do we get there? It's pretty high, guys. It's a pretty big projection, and it's going to take a long time to play out too. But you get, for Amazon, $4,279 for their stock price. They're currently trading at $3,100. So you're talking about a pretty good chunk of change to the upside, right? That's right. If we just use our measuring tool right here, we can just figure out real quick. Okay, that is going to be roughly 37% upside potential on Amazon's stock price based off of this chart pattern right here, based off of this consolidation phase. It is suggesting that there is a ton of upside for Amazon, and it's going to take a while to play out. I mean, look, we're talking about playing out all the way until late April down here. This is going to take a while to play out. So a few words of caution I will throw out, because this is a very bullish statement that I'm making right now. I do want to caution you guys and show you some of the other big tech stocks that are what they're doing right now, because I saw the same consolidation phase playing out on multiple big tech stocks, or you know, the FANG stocks, I guess you would say, right? Apple has a cup and handle. That is not one of them. Facebook, though. Facebook had a very similar pattern going on, right? We're talking about the March pandemic lows right here, huge bull run, consolidation phase, and look what happened to Facebook just recently. This is over the last 2 weeks. Broke down under the consolidation phase. Even though this consolidation phase is supposed to be a continuation pattern, meaning it's supposed to continue whatever trend was happening before it, right? So we had a bull trend go into a consolidation pattern. It was supposed to be a continuation to the upside, and it did not. It does not always work out, right? This is not a 100% certainty type thing. These are probability plays that we do with these trades. More often than not, because this is a continuation pattern, more often than not, it continues the trend. Doesn't always happen. This one broke down. Now let's look at Microsoft. What's happening there? This is a consolidation of a massive bull run, right? It's a continuation pattern, meaning it should continue the trend to the upside, but look what's happening right now. It's starting to break down under the support. And we could redraw this support line. That might not be really where the support is, but it's pretty close, right? If we try to put this support to touch all these candlesticks, we're not going to get it perfect, because this one isn't as perfect as some of the other ones, but it's pretty close. I mean, at the very least, we're going to say we are at the bottom of this consolidation channel, right? Is consolidation phase at the very least. So we need to be very careful and watch what's going on with Microsoft as well, because you know, these big tech stocks or the FANG stocks, they like to move together. They don't move together perfectly, but they're so big that they kind of pull each other, right? Because they're all in these indexes together. They're in the big tech stock indexes. So when people are buying and trading and selling these big indexes, you're buying and selling all of these together, which pulls them all slightly in one direction or the other together, right? So it's not perfect. They are all their own companies. They all are going to move independently of each other sometimes, you know, earnings reports, news reports, things like that. But when we have huge institutional investments going into these index funds, it's going to pull all of these stocks together in unison in one direction or the other. Okay, so it's worth paying attention to the other FANG stocks, the other big tech stocks. Okay, so Amazon is at the bottom of its consolidation phase right now. We really want to see it bounce off of that support and continue to the upside. I think it will, because it should. There's a higher probability that it's going to bounce off the support than break under it. But as I just showed you, we've got to throw a little bit of caution out there, because Facebook and Microsoft are not looking too good right now, okay? So that's what I've got for Amazon, guys. I'm still bullish on it. I think we're going to bounce off of the support, but we need to watch and be careful, make sure that it does bounce off of that support and not break under it. If it breaks under that support, then I'm staying away from Amazon. If it starts to bounce back up, then I want to see a candlestick or two close above the resistance right here. And then once it does that, we enter our trade. We're targeting big gains on Amazon over the next few months, but set a stop loss in case it breaks down and enters back into that channel or even further, okay? That's what I've got for Amazon, guys. If you liked the video, if you got some value out of it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet, leave a comment down below. I'll see you there and in the next video. Thanks, guys.